Hi Leo, my ascendant brothers and sisters. Welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign, Leo is for you. Remember to use your own discernment. They are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, for your key to the week, if you are a continued subby, okay, so you've got two this week. If you are a continued subby, remember, Raffi loves you. And if you're new to my channel and you want some of that Raffi love, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like and share. So your keys to the week this week are the Tower and the Temperance card. What a pairing. Okay, so basically, the Tower card does suggest some kind of big shift, change, or adaptation. Only it's not going to be one that's easy and kind of flowing. It's going to be one that kind of really could be quite disruptive, but with the Temperance card here, it brings a profound sense of peace. So it's kind of like, yes, it's going to be the most upheaval that you've experienced for potentially a long time, but it actually does give you a big sense of liberation where you can kind of chill and step back and go, okay, you know what? Yes, that sucked, or maybe it was a bit more intense or a little bit more crazy than I like my crazy, but actually this is okay. Like now I can move forward. There's something here of a toilet flush, right? It's kind of like you get to almost immediately step forward in some way. So in all of these different areas of life, there are potentially breakthroughs here for you, which is fantastic, but they come at the price of disruption, right? There's no getting around it. And what's interesting is if the Tower card were chaos, the Temperance card would undoubtedly be the order that followed. So I'm really intrigued by this for sure. It's just, yeah, we'll see anyway. Let's see what comes up. For your communications, your actions and options, you have the Ten of Cups. So this card represents home, happiness, healing, hearth, harmony. What it also tells me is that your actions this week, in some regard, they are blessed, right? You have a moment where you are able to truly sort of move forward and transcend. And in terms of the options that are available to you, whether this is family members, friends, people that you are tied to in some regard, a sense of kinship and support is absolutely evident. All right, so I really love this. For your communications and conversations, you have the Empress. Okay, right, so a beautiful home, but more importantly, the Empress represents easy communication. In your communications and conversations, it means that the communication this week will be easy. The conversation will flow, and with the Ten of Cups, the support that you get is absolutely incredible. Specifically as well, whether you're a man or a woman, you are gaining or garnering the support or the affection of women in some regard. And for the Empress as well, when it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I wouldn't be surprised if a shock ability to study abroad or to study in a different place comes up. It is also possible that you maybe gain a job offer of some sort before you even finish your studies. Kind of, maybe they say, look, it's conditional on the fact that you actually finish and get your degree, but we would, when the time comes, we would absolutely like to hire you, right? Now, for those of you that are employed by somebody else, love this with the Empress, because it's like where there's been challenges and upheavals, potentially, there is a break in employment of some sort. So this could be, let's say you've had a boss or a supervisor who's an absolute fucking arse, right? This could be that they announce, you know what, I'm leaving, right? I've handed in my notice, 3 months time, I'm going to be gone. Bam. Love it. Thank you very much. Goodbye. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, you're taking your time to really digest something. And with the keys to the week cards, there is a chance that you have like, you know, there's always a moment whenever you're studying something new, you take on so much information and you're like, I'm never going to fucking get this, right? I'm just like, right? And then all of a sudden something clicks, something sticks, and then you just start to fly with it. I actually think a lot of you are having this moment this week. For those of you that are studying, for those of you that are employed by somebody else, for those of you that are business owners, this bodes very well for either a surprise celebrity client. It bodes very well for some kind of interaction that you realize very quickly has the chance to elevate you in some way or to put your presence out into the world. So I love this. I actually think it will be really, I think it will show up in some really nice ways and potentially quite lucrative ones as well. You will need to think on your feet. You will need to be adaptable, but just something to keep in mind. For your love and relations, you've got the Five of Pentacles. So not the easiest of cards, right? If you are single, it doesn't look like this is the great week where, you know, you're meeting love or whatever. But look, the career and the home life, they look pretty decent. This is the trade-off for now. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, it's your partner's health or potentially physical self that needs watching out for this week. With the Tower card here and the Five of Pentacles, that is usually, it's an accident that will potentially put them out for a while. Okay, like this will be, so I'll give you an example. Like if you work at a bar or as a waitress or a server or in any form of hospitality, you need to be able to hustle. If you, touch wood, right, if you break your ankle, you're not going to be on your feet for a good 5-6 weeks, right? You're going to have some serious time out. So watch out for this. You can't police your partner. You can't keep an eye on them all day, every day. But if there are things that they do that are a little bit, riskier than the average, this might be a time to kind of gently suggest, maybe this isn't the week to do this, right? And it's only for this week. Remember, this week, it's just a weekly reading. For those of you that are single and looking to mingle, honestly, with this combination of cards, I wouldn't put it I would say, like, if you really are in a space where you think, you know what, no, I actually do want a relationship, I feel like I'm ready, ask your friends or your family to keep an eye out for you. I know, usually 9 times out of 10 they come up with like the most hideous suggestions and you're like, what made you think no? I've had this before. Someone's like, oh, I've got someone that I want you to meet, and you're like, are you looking at me? Like, and it's not even about the looks, it's just like, with everything that you know about me, like somebody that's like a gamer. Like, the last time I had a games console, I think I was like 10 years old. It's just not my bag. Do you know what I mean? Like, if someone's like a gamer and into computers and like, don't get me wrong, I like tech, I like gadgets and stuff, but that level of it, no. Like, what would we have to talk about? Like, are you looking at me? Are you headless? Come on. All right, for your money and materials, you have the Tower card. So this is where the Tower is going to hit. There is potentially a financial hit of some sort that will come this week, I'm really sorry to say. Now, there's a few sort of telltale hints and signs as to where this will come from. Potentially through the mother's side of the family, potentially some kind of financial glitch or hitch that could come up. That may end up being very costly for you. I really hope this isn't the case, but it is. There's no getting around it, right? The Five of Pentacles with the Tower card. So for another way that this could also show up, if you are partnered, it could be that your partner takes a big financial hit and therefore you then kind of feel the strain. It could be that they lose a job. It could be that, as I say, there could be some kind of accident. If you're not partnered and you're single, it's very likely to be something either with the mother's side of the family. It's also possible as well that you could end up footing the bill for some tech, some kind of gadget. My money is on a car. I really hope this isn't the case because I've got a Leo ascendant, and right now, honey, I am not looking to replace no goddamn car. But, it is what it is. Better the car than the person, right? Now, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, You've got a double hit of the Tower. Your nervous system, your nervous system, your nervous system. You have to look after yourself this week, dear Leo. And when it comes to your physical health and vitality, please, wherever you are traveling, wherever you are journeying, watch your footing, right? Like if you're going somewhere it's particularly cold, there might be ice, watch out for that. If you are, if there's something technological going on specifically now as well in the home, so when it comes to the home and environment, if there is something techie that needs to be done, if there's something that needs to be replaced, this is not the week to decide, oh, you know what, it's just a light fixture or whatever, I'm sure I can replace that watching a few YouTube videos and whatnot. Just don't do it, right? This is not that week, right? Any other week I would say to you, you know what, have a bash, be safe, but obviously, try, yeah, right? But this week, no, right? It's just a flat out no. This is not the week to tinker with things that you don't know about or don't really understand. This is not the week to decide that I'm going to save money and do it myself. This is not that week, okay? Outside of that, you do have the Empress and the Ten of Cups are really nice cards. I also know on a sort of personal level, I have a feeling I know how that's going to show up. Just with all of these cards, I've got a feeling I know how it will go down. And if this is the case, the message is Friday. All right. So all I will say to you is, if you are a Leo ascendant, Leo sun, Leo moon, keep an eye out for Friday. All right, there seems to be something happening on that day. Okay, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. If you want to get your personal reading with me, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Take care, and I'll see you soon.